Before we begin, let me say this clearly. There is nothing wrong with you. If your mind feels noisy, restless, or stuck in loops, that does not mean you are weak. It usually means your mind is tired. You don't need to fix anything right now. You don't need to change. Just listen. What overthinking really is. Most people believe overthinking is a bad habit, something they picked up and now need to remove. That's not true. Overthinking is not a habit. It's a response. Your mind overthinks when it believes something is unsafe, uncertain, or unresolved. So it repeats. It replays conversations. It imagines futures. It analyzes decisions, not because it enjoys suffering, but because repetition feels like control. The mind believes that if it thinks enough, it can prevent pain. Overthinking is not the problem. It is the mind trying to protect you without knowing when to stop. Why the mind gets stuck. Here's something important. The mind is very good at detecting problems, but it is not good at knowing when a problem no longer needs attention. So when stress lasts too long, when rest is missing, when emotions are suppressed, the mind stays on. It doesn't know how to shut down by itself. Think of it like this. If you keep your phone screen on all day, eventually the battery drains. Overthinking is not excess thinking. Why motivation disappears. This is where many people get confused. They say, I'm overthinking and I have no motivation. So they try to push themselves harder. But motivation does not come from pressure. It comes from mental space. When the mind is busy surviving, there is no room left to move forward. You don't lose motivation because you are lazy. You lose motivation because your mind is occupied with staying alert. A tired mind chooses safety over progress. The biggest mistake people make. Here is the mistake most people make. They try to control their thoughts. They fight them, replace them, force positivity, but the mind doesn't respond to force. Trying to control the mind is like trying to calm water. By hitting it, the more you struggle, the more resistance you create. Thoughts grow when they are treated like enemies. The mind listens to how you respond to it. If you treat it like a problem, it behaves like one. A different way to relate to the mind. What helps is not stopping thoughts. What helps is understanding the state. Instead of saying, why am I like this? Try noticing, my mind is overstimulated. Instead of saying, I need to fix this now, try saying, nothing needs to be solved in this moment. This shift is subtle, but powerful. You are not changing thoughts. You are changing your relationship with them. And the mind relaxes when it no longer feels threatened. Practical calm, no technique pressure. Let me say this gently. You do not need a complex technique. Sometimes what helps most is permission. Permission to pause. Permission to not decide. Permission to not improve. Sit. Breathe slowly. Let thoughts pass without following them. Not because you are practicing something, but because you are allowing rest. Rest is not wasted time. Rest is what gives clarity permission to return. Gentle motivation. Here is the motivation most people never hear. You do not need to become better. To move forward, you need to become calmer. Progress follows clarity. Clarity follows safety. And safety comes from slowing down. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are just carrying too much. For too long. And it's okay to put some of it down. If something in this video felt true to you, you don't need to analyze it. Let it settle. This channel is not about forcing change. It's about understanding the mind. So change can happen naturally. Thank you for staying. Subscribe for more of Quiet Paradox.